We had an undertaker that passed away a few years ago. A very fine person. His name was Clarence Barnett. Very talented musician. Very talented. He played the bass fiddle and the fiddle and guitar and just about everything. Big Bob Wills fan. And Clarence got sick and was gone a short time. Had a good family. And he lost his wife several years ago, cancer, and then after a few years he remarried a wonderful lady who was the widow of a Baptist preacher. And Clarence was a member of the Baptist church here locally, a faithful member. And he was undertaker for years and years. And everybody knew Clarence Barnett, the Barnett Funeral Home, and then later on the Barnett Demrow Funeral Home, and now it's the Friend, Barnett Demrow and Friend, I believe it is now. Young fellow and his wife bought into it. But anyway, Clarence, in the last few years that he lived, after he went into semi-retirement, he would go around with me. I'm into genealogy after I retired in 2004. And there's a lot of cemeteries that I couldn't find. I was looking for. I tried to get all the cemeteries in Lincoln County, and there are close to 300, I'd say. But Clarence would ride. He volunteered to ride around with me, and what a pleasure it was, and what a very interesting day it would be to have him ride around with me and show me where cemeteries were. And he buried here and there different people. And some of the cemeteries that we would go to, he would say, "Yeah, I buried old so and so right up there." And then right on the hill there, I buried his dad, and said, "And those rascals never did pay me." And he'd laugh it off, but Clarence was good. He would, in a business like that, I guess you have to be able to laugh. But anyway, Clarence buried so many people that he didn't get a dime for, and I'm sure he doesn't regret it, because he was very helpful and a very friendly person, always laughing and cutting up. And I worked at the post office there, and Clarence would come in every morning to get the funeral home's mail, but he would always have something to say to everybody working there. The postmaster at that time was my wife, and we had 3 rural routes, and we had a clerk, but he would come in and speak to everybody and let his presence be known, and everybody would have a remark or two to make back and forth with him. But one day, I think stamps went from, I forgot, 27 cents to 29 cents or whatever. And Clarence come in complaining and said, "When are these stamps going to stop going up? People are going to have to find another way to get their mail from one place to the other. Postal Service don't stop going up on these stamps. They've gone up 2 cents. And I said, "Clarence, you remember in 1958, my brother was killed in an auto accident. And my mom was devastated, and my dad was devastated. And they came up and made the funeral arrangements. And my mother made one statement, said, well, the only thing that I want for him is this is the last thing we'll be able to do for him. I want the very best of everything." And Clarence, you buried my brother in 1958 for $1,800. Yeah. And I said, and then my dad passed away in 1988. And we just gave him a kind of a medium, well, maybe a little above medium funeral. Not the best of everything, but adequate. and it cost $8,800. Look how much that's gone up. And Clarence said, I won't say another word. Out the door he went. So he was a character, and I could tell you a lot more on him, but that'll be for another time. Thank you.